Hello again, it's Maxim and you are on my YouTube channel. I had a break last week because I went the ShopTalk conference and today I'm going to talk about price management software. Thank you for your feedback from previous episodes, and I was asked to be more informal, to talk more about my experience and from the bottom of my heart. So today I'm going to talk about the software and specifically I would like to debunk 5 common myths in pricing projects, price optimization projects. So if you're considering adopting the technology or maybe you're just curious about it, so stick here. This episode is for you. So myth number 1 is the following. Price management software is too expensive and it's just for big companies, for big retailers, and it requires a lot of efforts. So it's partly true. Originally, I think the first pioneers and the first companies who really adopted price optimization was big retailers in early 90s. And it was obvious because that's all about efficiency, optimization. So big companies have resources to run those projects. But today there are so many options how you can run and adopt this technology. So many new vendors, new technologies, and the whole architecture has really been changed. So the software, since it was developed like many years ago, really changed. So now even mid-size or even small companies can start doing something immediately. And I could say that you can definitely should consider that because it's getting the cost of the business, so it's getting commodity. If you don't start today, you can lose the competition. But which is partly true that on scale, if you're really big, you can get much more benefits and gross margin improvements. So the return on investment will be higher. But it doesn't mean that if you're mid-sized retailer or small retailer, you shouldn't consider a price optimization project today. So definitely you should start thinking about it. Myth number 2, that implementation of software takes long and disrupts your current business process. It disrupts the way how you do business now, so it brings more complexity. And again, it's also partly true, so it's not based on nothing, but in reality, any price optimization software, any optimization software, analytical software requires data. And in price optimization projects, implementation, mostly it's a data integration. If you see that you have a good data storage, you can easily export it. You have IT resources, minimum IT resource who can export your data and provide it and load it to the pricing software. Implementation will be really fast. So don't be scared about it. It doesn't take too much time. Just review the most critical component in implementation is the data. It's like garbage in, garbage out. If your data is good, so you will get results quite fast. And definitely it doesn't take months now or years like 10 years ago. Definitely because it really depends on the size of your company. But now I see projects, implementation projects quite fast, like weeks, and not days yet, but weeks. I think 2-3 months is we can really deliver a really big project. So that's also a myth. Let's go to the next one. Myth number 3: our existing planning process and our existing pricing process is way too unique. So for any kind of standard software. Oh, I have been hearing that for many years. Like, hey, we are a unique retailer. We are doing something nobody's doing else. So we cannot adopt it. This is some kind of ego, and also definitely the any business trying to be unique, trying to have differentiation. That's how we compete, right? That's how we win the race. But in reality, there are some basic things. No matter, not even like from you're not different from other retailers, but it's the same for all industries, right? So like macroeconomics and some kind of stuff, it works everywhere. So, but the process could be really could vary and could be different. And when you select the software, what you really need to think, what you really need to configure to check where this difference comes from. So if you need specific metrics, specific dashboards, reports, if you need specific data integration, I don't know, your data is you have some specific data storage or data model. When you select the software, check how flexible the vendor is, how flexible the software is, how much configurability is in DNA. In many cases, this kind of software is more expensive because it's more like not just the pricing, it's just a platform, it's a data platform. But at the same time, this flexibility in configurability allows to meet your specific unique requirements. Okay. So mostly I see that the uniqueness is coming from the pricing rules. Okay, we have like some really unique pricing rules. It's coming from metrics. I don't know, we calculate gross margin in a very unique way. It comes from reports and dashboards, like how we look at our numbers, the granularity, grouping, etc. All the rest is more or less the same. So check those components. If you can configure it quickly, you don't need to develop something. It's great. If you feel that it will be a problem, so just select another vendor. No problem. Myth number 4. We don't need price management software at all. We have our spreadsheet and it works just fine, perfectly. That's, I think, very common case. Most of companies, all the companies, let's to be honest, they work in spreadsheets. Category managers, pricing analysts, we all work in spreadsheets. We love spreadsheets. They are flexible. They are easy to use. No learning curve. They're great. I'm also a big fan of Excel and spreadsheets. And it works. That's why you're still alive. If it doesn't work completely, so probably your business goes to bankrupt, right? I think that nothing wrong with spreadsheets. So at one point of your growth, at one point of your strategy, right? How you change your strategy, how you grow your business, you just realize that it's not enough. The spreadsheet becomes the brake. It's a road blocker, right? You want to grow faster, you want to execute your strategy, but your spreadsheets just prevent that. And that's a good point, right? In the decision process, when you should think, okay, I need to change something. So what else is available, right? How we can solve the problem. And that's the perfect sweet spot when you need to talk to some price management, software management vendors and match your requirements, right? Your business needs, your goals and strategies with the capabilities. So I could say that the biggest missing, there are two main drivers from my experience. Is one is the price differentiation. It's when, okay, I have in my spreadsheet and I perfectly manage national pricing, it works fine, but my competitors, they start doing prices by region, prices by stores, prices by cities, whatever, by channels. So, and spreadsheet, it's very hard to do it in spreadsheet. Okay, let's go to price management software. Another thing is dynamic pricing. I changed my prices just because of cost changes and maybe monthly review, quarterly review, and that's okay. Yeah, but e-commerce is now really competing to me, and they change prices daily. They change prices weekly. So it's dynamic pricing. They do it in a more frequent way. Okay, so my spreadsheets cannot support it. I go to dynamic pricing software. So Definitely, it's a myth, and spreadsheets work fine before certain level of your business, right? And maturity of your business. That was my story. Very based my experience. If it resonates to you, if you find it very interesting, so subscribe to my channel. I will continue sharing my experience. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me directly. I'm a big fan of pricing, of retail. I always have a pleasure to talk about those topics. So stay tuned and have a great week and day. Thank you. Bye bye.